Hey everyone, welcome to today's stream here. The last stream of the day I'm probably going to be doing two, one of this game and the other one of Black Myth Wukong. But since last stream, of course, had a little bit of a mess up in terms of my microphone not properly working because it wasn't plugged in all the way. Hold on for a second. There's a little cat here that's like getting in places where she shouldn't be, because I don't want her there. Hold on. Come on, Onyx. Come on. Come on, girl. Yep, this is her. This is a little terror, kind of causing problems right now. Hey, Onyx, say hello to the stream. Yeah, she's my brother's cat, so, you know. She's gonna... Yeah, she's interacting with Peter right now at the moment. He's kind of wanting to play. Onyx never does. So, you know, she's a little bit standoffish as a result of that. And he just wants to play. So, yeah. Let me see if I can show them off for a second. Hold on. See, that's them. They're just trying to interact. You probably can't hear them at all. I don't know if you can. But, yeah. Yeah, he backs off, so yeah. My room is a little bit crowded at the moment, but once I get my shelves put up in the back over there, and then put some shelves over here underneath that picture framing, and I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna put some shelving right over there, right underneath that picture, and have some shelving be put underneath that picture there. And have a shelf like right in the middle over there or whatever to display some of my toys. I think it'll be set up alright. At the very least for a year or so. There is a bit of a plan to move at some point, but don't know when that's going to be. Don't know how that's going to go. But hey, it should be interesting to see where it all goes, you know? Anyways, let's see what missions I have to do here. Alright? Okay. Tyranid hunt, huh? Let me just do that one because it'll be easy to do to get some influence from this area. Not to mention I don't exactly want Tyranids festering in this place, so yeah. So, anyways, let's talk about some progressive politics here. Or rather, let's just talk politics in general, from a progressive standpoint, I guess you could say. I guess the first thing I'll probably talk about is the whole thing that happened with Zelensky, since that is basically how it should go. Because that is probably the most important thing that's happened as of late.
The very existence of this filth defiles the Imperium. They may be great in numbers, but if we sever the head, the body will die. Kill their leaders and break their will.
So, yeah, when it comes to... real quick, I think it's... No? Okay, what exact... I'm trying to figure out which button I used to... There we go. That's the button, yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to Trump, I find it very interesting that his whole thing was basically to invite Zelensky over, for those of you who don't know, to the White House. He's the president of the Ukraine. In an effort to engage in some sort of deal that was never really going to go forward. It was never really going to be a thing. Because the deal was basically, for all intents and purposes, fairly insane. The idea was, of course, to like give the U.S. the earth minerals that Ukraine has in exchange for our protection from Russia, or exchange for negotiating a peace deal with Russia, which, by the way, makes no sense whatsoever.
Faith comes before fury.
I forget how exactly do I? Okay, there we go. Yep. Sorry, just trying to get reacquainted with the controls here. And, you know, which is an insane proposal to make because America shouldn't really have anything involved in that. I mean, would it be good to have some of those mineral rights? Yeah, sure. Would it be a good thing for us to actually get more minerals in terms of, like, what, Ukraine has? Yeah, sure, I suppose that would probably be the case. But to hang that over as a condition for us being able to negotiate a peace talk with
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required. Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors. Ready to fight.
But basically to condition that as a reason for why it is we're going to go and negotiate a peace deal when, for all intents and purposes, we don't really have that much. Which, for all intents and purposes, like, what happened over in, what will happen to Ukraine won't really affect us that much beyond Russia getting more ground, and obviously, like, creating things that are a little bit more unstable, for all intents and purposes, which is a bit of a problem, right? As well as Russia gaining more territory in other ways, which is a problem, by the way, but won't really affect us in terms of, like, our immediate capabilities and what we're able to have and achieve and whatnot.
The Emperor's light has found me.
Because really, there's nothing that we need out of this peace deal to go forward. And yet, will conditioning our ability to have a peace talk with Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, on, like, minerals? And it's so insane, too, because Trump was like, either you give us the mineral or you're on your own. What? Why would you even say that? Makes no sense. Unless, of course, the entire thing was going to be antagonistic, was an attempt to put forth an excuse.
Onward! Shoveling the guardsmen!
Was an entire effort to make an excuse to not ever have a peace deal. And the funny thing is the entire Like, I've been seeing a lot of people do
My
these
ears are
weird
bleeding.
efforts.
I must stop this emperor forsaken noise.
There's been an effort by a lot of people for some reason who are on the Trump cult side of things.
Onward! Die, maggots, die!
Oh. Sorry, that was my brother there. Let me see what he needs. Alright, I'm going to be pausing the stream here, so I'm going to be helping my brother for a second, so I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back now, so, yeah. All things considered, like I said, what was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, that's right. The memes. So there's been this meme going around being shared by a lot of people, particularly in various different Facebook groups I'm in, which kind of shows the absolute how absolutely completely like just disconnected from reality these people are at. Let's see, where is it? Sorry, Chad. I'll find it on the Facebook group I'm actually in here. So yeah, well, it's basically a bit it's basically a bit of a meme in which Zelensky is shown to be soy, while JD Vance and Trump are Chads, which, like, again, completely and utterly disconnected from reality these people are at. And I say this because it's like the vast majority of what happened there was a very embarrassing moment for the U.S. And I guess I can't find it, so I suppose it's been removed at this point, which makes a lot of sense because the guy who posted it was probably pretty damn embarrassed by that. So yeah. But anyways, it's like the entire inciting incident of this whole thing with regards to Zelensky and Trump came from him saying, effectively, "Excuse me, Mr. President, but you say you won't be feeling anything with regards to what's happening to us. But the ocean that is between you two, between us and you, will not actually protect you from any kind of impact that we're feeling from us to you." It's like, and that was it. And that was the whole thing that made both of them so incredibly aggressive. In fact, hold on real quick. This would probably be a more accurate image of what's going on here. Hold on. Let me just showcase this real quick. Yeah, this would be a more accurate portrayal of the image going on here. So, you know. Yeah, it's like just utter nonsense is what it is. And it sort of shows how typical these people are in terms of their cult-like behavior. Like, they don't want to admit the fact that that Trump made himself look incredibly bad with how things went with regards to that meeting here. And they don't want to admit the ways in which America
For the Emperor!
works as a result of that.
Charge, I say! Charge!
Fate.
Success is measured in blood.
So yeah, and things seem to really be falling apart with the Republican Party at the moment, because concurrently right now, DOGE is having a huge issue being able to keep some of its ranks filled, because right now there have been 21 federal employees from DOGE that have just flat out resigned, and they resigned in the most disgraceful way you can imagine. Someone resigning from that would do so. And it was basically an effort to say, hey, this is not what we signed up for. A lot of this stuff is completely and utterly insane for what's going on here. We did not actually want any of this stuff happening. It's happening right now. And it's basically an indication of the type of chaos that's like being done in terms of Zelensky's whole thing, you know? So, sorry, not Zelensky, of Elon's whole effort to basically dismantle the entirety of the federal government, all in an effort to basically enrich himself. You know, none of this is actually being done to make government more efficient, because there's actually a department that's meant to do what DOGE is intending to do right now. I can't remember the exact name, but Kyle Kolinsky brings it up all the time. So, you know, it's very clear that a lot of this stuff is just an effort to... It's all an effort to basically enrich himself, is what is going on there. Because literally every single government agency that he's shuttered thus far has been involved in investigating him in one form or another. But you know, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it's very interesting that this stuff has been accelerating the way in which it has been.
You've set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
I do kind of have to wonder where all this is going to be heading exactly. Like, obviously the dismantling of the government is a huge thing that a lot of theocrats have been wanting for a long time. But I can't imagine that they all want it in this fashion. Like, you know, and especially if Trump decides to go and kick the bucket before all of it's said and done, you know? So yeah. Which I would imagine is probably what's going to happen at some point in time, that Trump's going to kick the bucket and there's going to be a power struggle going on that's just massively going to hinder theocrats' efforts and agenda to, you know, hold on to the power that they've got. So yeah, sorry, I'm checking the stream right now just to see exactly where it is. So sorry, where it is in terms of topics I'm going to be covering. Let's see. Okay, I already did that. I did that. Talked about that. Oh yeah, and you know, to top it all off, it seems like bird flu is coming back. Like bird flu and measles. It seems like. And I say that because it's like we're currently cutting out. Yep, there we go. There's that. Because currently we're cutting out a lot of our capabilities in terms of being able to respond with them in terms of like diseases and whatnot. You know, RFK has control over over the health administration, over the whole health department of everything. You know, from the CDC to all the other organizations involved in that. So let's see. Hold on. Let me just. I can barely like keep up talking about this stuff while at the same time doing what I'm doing. So let's make sure I'm not getting my departments incorrect. Let's see. Departments of Health and Human Services. So it's RFK. Yeah, that's what he's yeah, that's what he's doing there. The Department of Health and Human Services, which basically controls all of everything under it. Like the CDC, you know, our ability to be involved with WHO. You know, in fact, there's talks about us pulling out of that WHO. Hold on. Will the U.S. pull out of WHO? Oh yeah, no, we already withdrawed on this on the first day of his second term. That he signed an executive order withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization. Yeah, so yeah, we're effectively out of there. And I say that because like while he can't really be doing that, that power lies within Congress. Congress right now is so cucked to Trump at this point in time that things aren't going to be going well, and the courts have tried to go ahead and stem the tide in this regard, but it seems like, I don't know, man, like efforts to do this have completely gone flaccid because Trump is just, you know, ignoring those rulings. So yeah, and now we've got a rise in measles. You know, measles was considered to be gone at, I think, after 2000. So when was measles declared eliminated in the U.S.? 2000. Yep, year 2000, and now it's back. So you know. Oh, and now RFK Jr. is like, after disabling all of this stuff, after being involved in the prospect of just completely, you know, putting forth utter like fear mongering about vaccines, he's going on saying RFK Jr. suggests parents consider measles vaccine amid deadly Texas outbreaks. Call to action. So yeah, he doesn't even believe in the bullshit that he was doing. It was all an effort to get rich and all an effort to get to have power. Which honestly, like, I'm glad that he's actually doing this. If this is the case, but let's see here real quick. My leadership. But yeah, so measles is coming back. And there's a high risk, there's quite a bit of a risk of bird flu becoming transmittable between human to human again.
What did Ella eat? Cheddar bread or what? What is it? A biscuit? A sandwich?
No, it's just hot dogs.
Yeah, cheddar hot dogs. What, for dinner or for lunch?
For lunch.
What'd you have for dinner?
That was like
You haven't had dinner yet?
That was like 12. Yeah, I had.
What'd you have for dinner?
I had pork.
What'd she have?
Well, she hadn't waken up yet, so I
Okay, she did eat dinner.
Alright, sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, and there's a high possibility that we may end up getting avian bird flu again. So, avian bird flu 2025. Oh, cases have continued to rise in the opening months of 2025. The USDA's Animal and Plant Inspection Service has reported 110 new cases of highly pathological avian influenza over 27 different states in the past 30 days. Alright, yeah. That seemed to be what was going on there. So yeah, it seems like things are rising there. And hello, Princess. Hello. You just came in my room and stayed in here. I appreciate that. Yeah. Everyone want to see Amber's little dog? Here, come here. Come here, girl. Come here. This is Princess. This is Princess Amber's dog. My brother's girlfriend's dog. So, and she's an adorable little one, although she's a little bit demanding on a lot of stuff. So yeah. I'll put you back over here, Princess, and let me let you outside, okay? So yeah, in case of those of you aren't exactly that familiar with history, then you'll know for a fact that a lot of these diseases listing off right now that are here were a big thing back in the early 20th century. So I have to wonder about that, really. Alright. Okay. It's amount of 3 items, mixture of shards, psalm codes, tarot cards, consumables, intels, and relics. Okay. Yeah, so we do seem... Yeah, so we do seem to be repeating a lot of stuff. At the very least, maybe even going so far as to, shall we say, rhyme a lot of the early 20th century. We have robber barons doing whatever they want with government. We currently have a looming recession going on right now at the moment, in which it's quite highly likely that things may end up going sideways in massive fashion. Oh, hold on. In terms of the economy. So yeah, things are not looking good at all. Wait, hold on. Shows that was the Dominion armor, so never mind then. Yeah, never mind. I thought that was going to be a bit of an upgrade there, but nope. But yeah, don't count on us, on America, being strong economically in the future. I imagine we'll probably go through some amount of hardship for a while here, and things will eventually bounce back like they always do to some extent. But yeah. Oh, and then there's a deliberate effort, obviously, to engage in what one might call a actual recession, like deliberately cause one rather than engage in an accidental one. So yeah. Let me go ahead and do this one then. Let me see how long I've been actually like doing this stream for here. So it's been going on for about... Oh, that's not right. It's only been like about 3 minutes, it says. But that's not...
Priority
that can't be
purge
right.
protocols initiated and being observed. Noospheric data streams are thrice encrypted and set to optimal flow. Good hunting.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, for some reason my signal's crapping out here. Losing a lot of frames at the moment. So yeah, it looks like I might have to go ahead and stop. In fact, I imagine I'm probably not going to be doing any kind of streaming now. So yeah, looks like that's the case there. Oh well, no big deal. Just ending it early then, I guess.